Welcome back. This is Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we're walking around a 1979 Camaro. This one here does have a matching number 350 under the hood. Also has power steering. Look like the AC is there. It's not hooked up, so the AC is not going to work on this one right now. Aluminum radiator. That thing looks fairly new. It does have disc brakes in the front, drum in the rear, and we also did a test drive video taking it down the road, checking everything out. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I post videos daily. You can also see close to 100 detailed pictures of this car and every car on the car lot at maplemotors.com. There's finance options and shipping options. I can get this thing anywhere in the country. Let's get started here. This is a video where I pick out any of the flaws so you know what you're getting before you drive this way or just get it shipped. So be sure to check out both test drive and walk around. This one here has a weak paint job on it. And I say that because there is tons of little chips and scratches and some fades all over this car. So what I'm going to be looking for is major dents and rust. There's some dent stuff popping up right here and right here in the middle of the door. Checking the bottom of the door to make sure we don't miss any rust or anything like that. You see all the chips. There's a bunch of them. It's a weaker paint job, like I said. Coming up over the fender, got a nice little scratch there in there. Lots of chips at the bottom of that panel. The back here, it's plastic. Paint's faded. Coming back on this mid to top section here. The bottom of this door, you have some small little dents, real small stuff. In the middle of the door, I can see it with a reflection right here. Coming around the front bumper, it's got some scuffs. Headlights and all of that are nice and clean. Look like they've been all replaced. Right there in the nose, a little rubbish. Coming down this side, same thing. I'm gonna be looking for any rust or major dents. It does have a lot of chips and scratches. Checking the bottom of these doors. That's usually where it hangs out. It's like a little bubble popping up right there. It's cracking in the paint. Coming up over, you have a little dent right here. There's a crease right there. There's a dent right there. Real small stuff. Another one here. Lots of chips and scratches. We're gonna make our way back here in a second. Let's go down the midsection. Paint's really thin. Scratch there. Get my shadow out of it by turning the other way. Right in the middle of the door, you've got a dent right here. And there's a couple up there. There's a light scratch there, probably a crease in it. Chips in the paint. And there's vents there. Looking over the front windshield. Windshield's in good shape. Overspray right here on top. It's probably where they sprayed this trim. They taped it up, but you got to put newspaper. If you put the tape around it, it's not enough. You got to put newspaper. I've done that in the past when I was younger. Just taping everything up, fixing my car up. There's a crack in the paint right there. You've got some chunks of paint missing right here. Okay. Back window is in good shape. Let's check out the trunk. Or bumper first. It is, you know, plastic. It's got older paint on it. It needs to be resprayed. Not seeing any major dents in it though. Okay. Tail lights look to be in great shape. Needs weather stripping in the trunk. The weather stripping that was there is crumbled and gone. You've got some chips back here. A little bit of rustolage trying to come through there. What do we got? Oh, we needed these pieces for the interior. You'll see why here in a minute. Extra stuff we just leave in the cars. We don't need to gather up parts and stuff. Package tray's in great shape. Okay. I'm gonna put that back down in there so I don't hear a loud crash on the test drive. Let's go ahead and shut the trunk. Make sure the keys are in there. I don't want to shut the keys in the trunk. Imagine that. Trunk itself's in pretty good shape. Paint's a little thin, just like the rest of the car. There's a little dent right there. It's pretty small. That's what I've been looking for. Not a lot of rust on this one. Sometimes some lower panels there will get a lot of rust in them, and I haven't seen a lot on this car, so that's a good sign. Let's jump on the interior, go ahead and get her started up and get you some undercarriage shots. The interior on this is in awesome shape. I mean, this looks nice and clean. Even the carpet's been replaced. It's not stretched. It needs to be stretched. These little panels have been replaced. Same with the back seat. It looks great. There's those little pieces missing right there, but we got them in the trunk, so that's a good thing. Headliner looks awesome. Door panel is in great shape. Weather stripping looks good. Checking the bottom of the door. It's nice and solid, clean. Good deal. Let's get in here and start it up. Our tack is not working. Our temperature gauge up here seems to be working, but you got a true reading down here. That one's a little bit off. I think that's why they added this. Oil pressure is working. On the dash, the gas gauge does work, but the needle is broke. I put fuel in it, see how it's half a tank now? It was dead on E. Mileage very well could be true. I mean, this was the matching number motor. Wipers, they laminated this, which is great. I have a better picture of it on my website. Be sure to check that out. I'll leave that with the car. Blower motor does work. The fan, I mean the compressor's not hooked up, so they won't have AC yet. Radio's jamming, and the horn, oh, it's honking. You hear that? That's right. nice and quiet. It's like a fairly new alternator. A little bit of rust trying to pop up there on the corner. Let's go ahead and get you some undercarriage shots. We'll shut this hood down, see how it lines up. And there's a little dent on the hood. Little dent there. I may have missed that one. And here. Looking along the hood itself, I see a couple more of those little dents. They're pretty small. Pointing them out for you though. Hopefully he's got them in his detailed pictures as well. We do that. Definitely check that out. Somebody tried to wax this thing out though. It's got a good shine to it for having thin paint. Let's look under it and we'll head back to the lot, finish the test drive out. All right, I do appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, and you can hit that notification bell. It'll alert you every time I post a car for sale. We do run through 40 to 60 cars a month, depending on how many we buy. And you can see all of our inventory at maplemotors.com. I have shipping, I have financing available. I do videos for every one of them that come through. That way you know what you're buying. I do appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.